do the recap. Session 128, Atesh the Blazing Sun, July 7th. Last session, you picked off the remaining threats in the Opera House as the acid rose. Searching for a way out, you discovered a hidden exit where the Dread Choir were playing. Before you all began to leave down that exit, you pulled more cards from the deck of Only Good Things, because that's what you at this point. Aplock pulled the Wish card, and Jan pulled the Fates card. Aplock first wished for Zerakil to have full control of the flying necropolis, and Zerakil disappeared and found himself at the helm of the necropolis as powerful cultists bear down on him. And that is where we left off. So, let me just...
My.
Oh. Righty then. Zerakil!
Yep.
So what should occur now is that the one cultist that was at the helm is going to attack you. Oh, excuse me a second here. Got a message from Brian. Okay.
Baby aggro.
Let's see. Ah! Aha! Interesting. Let us do that indeed. I need you to make contested. Okay. I need you to make a strength check, not a save, a check.
Okay. Just click strength.
15. Which days? That'll be with 10. Well, that's lame for me. You feel the sudden force on your armor almost try to lift you up off the ground and move you and kind of manipulate you. But you manage to use your own strength to kind of shake it off. Alright then. The other... The other two big bad cultists are going to use... That would hurt a lot of people. Yeah, fair enough. Oh, no! Okay. One of the cultists, you see kind of cast something under his breath and quickly move his hands, and it's kind of almost blur-like movement, and fires off this kind of orangish-looking energy towards the other cultist pair, and you see as his speed is just doubled as he sprints toward you. And he is going to, with his haste, make 4 longsword attacks against you. 20 to hit. That's obviously a miss. That's going to be a 26 to hit, so we'll roll damage for that one.
Okay.
That'd be 8 slashing damage. Oh, no, he's going to do... yeah, he did one-handed. This next one will be a two-handed. Ow! But you also take... $19 psychic damage. The third hit...
Dear God.
21 to hit hits your AC?
No.
Very well. Last one. Nope. So, all miss except for that second hit, which surprised you to some degree, as you didn't expect the type of damage that you received.
And those were all attacks?
Those were all just regular attacks, yes.
Cool.
And that's the pair, that's the biggin. So let me just do this. Okay. And the other Menagerie of Cultists. What are they going to do? They're all going to move forward in the pews and start kind of making their way towards in kind of this like orderly, ritualistic type fashion, as if your fate is sealed. You know these cultists just from wherever you've seen them before, in the Opera House and elsewhere. They are fairly easily dispatched, but they do have some of their own special abilities of themselves. At the same time, they look like they're all chanting something arcane under their breath. The same kind of chant over and over again, on low repetition. Okay. Next up is Joravar.
Did the enemies take that psychic damage?
The psychic damage from you?
Yep.
Oh, Scornful Rebuke. That's just from the melee attacks?
Yep.
Very good. And this bro. Okay. Yes. They did also in themselves feel the psychic blast from each of those attacks hitting them as if they were in some way affected by a deep guilt or remorse each time they hit you.
You're gonna hit me so hard, you're gonna feel bad.
Guilt trip.
But yes, Jorawar makes her way very quickly to the very end of the exit, where she can see Atesh flying around on this copy of the Blazing Sun, which is actually Keyleth wild-shaped.
Fucking crazy.
As she looks over, she looks to all of you guys. Perhaps I should aid Tesh, but if you require my services, I can stay with you for a little longer.
All I need is if you have any way to help locate, well, give us directions for Zarakeel. If you have any spell or, I don't know, figure to ask.
Directions for Zarakeel. Let me see. I'm afraid most of my spells are a different type of utility. But I might be able to aid. Perhaps Brumal. I can enhance his ability for a short while, allow him to have greater perception. I notice he has a very good sense of smell.
Sure. Even if it'll help him focus on the one particular smell, that'd be good.
Have any more awareness might have an existential crisis.
What am I?
We might start freaking out.
I want to see Brumal turn into a werewolf spirit dog thing.
We've done the werewolf thing. It's not as fun as you think.
It was the modern
custom
setting.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the modern one. Oh yeah, that was really
Yeah.
fun until it wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My character died pretty great.
Yeah.
Alright then. So, if Brumal gets close enough, Jarwar will cast Enhanceability on him if he's...
And I'll ask her if she's got a way to get Thomas somewhere safe.
Oh, wait, no, she can't do Enhanceability. She's still flying.
She's in the tunnel, right? Like way up north
yeah,
there?
She's at the very end of the tunnel. She's, well, there's something that I can do for him, however. I do have a way of keeping everybody safe. I have my shelter, my safe mansion that I can prop up when needed. A safe place to rest for a short period of time.
Might be better than what we got going on here.
But first, it'd be best, I think, if we left.
I might be going back in to search for Zerakiel. I'm going to talk to some of the cat girls and see if they know where the control for this might be.
Very well. Well, I'm going to jump down and see if I can speak to Tesh. And she
Good
starts
luck.
to kind of fly downward, kind of like making her way and weaving down around the large branches and trunks, trying to get Tesh's attention. But he seems to be very focused currently. Alright, next up is Brumal.
So, I think I finally assumed that everybody is leaving via this tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
I see that Jan and Naj are straggling a bit, so I will use a few feet of movement, head back towards Jan, and hand him off the rug, flying carpet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, highlight it, but you probably can.
Yep.
So that's 10 feet, give or take. And then I'll double back, full sprint to the tunnel. Another feet. Probably about here. I think it's as far as I can get. I can get up there. So yeah, that was a full sprint.
All right. So you flew down, you grabbed Jan. Naj still obviously needs to get up and across the acid. And so do the cat girls. But all right.
That is if Jan was willing. If he wanted to wait for Naj, he totally can. My plan was to leave the flying carpet with him. But if he wanted to come along, that's totally fine.
No, I'll take the flying carpet to pick up the cat girls and Naj.
Okay, so I would have left it behind with you then. Yep.
Very well.
And then I'll just jet forward.
I think Jan was down, yeah?
Yeah, right by the beat. 1 more square down.
Oops.
And that is my turn.
All right.
I mean, I can inquire a little bit as to what we're doing, but it's Adno and whoever that is.
Thomas.
The boy.
Oh, right.
Thomas
Yeah.
was taken by Congar. And
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't think anybody really knows what we're doing yet. I don't think. I know we're searching for Zerakil, or that's what I've kind of assumed. I'm going to see if I can get a better sense from up here, I guess. Well, that is my turn.
All right. Next up is Zerakil.
Okay. Right. I still don't have visual. So there are how many cultists around me?
You have 3 big ones, the ones that were doing the main controls and the piloting, and then you probably have about 80 other cultists that are just the low base level ones.
Yeah. Okay. And the base level cultists are how far away?
The base level ones, they are making their way toward you. The closest row is probably about 15 feet. Just on the other side of the controls and the podium.
Okay. I will go to the hasted one.
That hasted one is right next to you.
Okay. I'll go to the hasted one. I will attack him.
Okay.
Or her.
It would be...
Them. They.
Entirely sure. They are wearing masks.
Okay, I will attack it.
They appear to be these kind of emerald crystal masks that are like barely transparent, so you can't really make out faces.
If history has taught me
Okay.
anything, women's armor always has boobs.
Too true. Too true.
Okay, I'm going to attack the hasted one.
Very well. Attack away, sir. Pretty sure their AC goes up by 2 as well when hasted.
Yes.
Yes. With the haste, that is, alas, a miss. As you go to slash out, and they just quickly leap out of the way, and you can kind of see this kind of almost like blurred double vision, and then they just kind of pop right back into place.
Well, second time's a charm. Dang.
Nope. The other way. And they get ready their own attacks.
And I will quaff a potion of invulnerability.
Ooh, what do you mean vulnerable to?
I don't know. Everything?
Yeah. that potion is basically just a monster.
Yeah, I don't think it's everything. I think it's a couple of things.
I remember being rather impressive, at least.
It is. Potion of Invulnerability. For 1 minute after you drink this potion, you have resistance to all damage. The potion's syrupy liquid looks like liquefied iron. So yes, you have resistance to everything.
You just drink mercury.
You're actually just losing your shit. You have no resistance to anything.
He just,
I think you do.
yeah, he just broke open a fucking thermostat. And, yeah.
But don't worry, your syphilis is gone.
Oh boy. Wait till I do the bloodletting.
Yep.
Okay, that'll be my turn.
Very well. Yeah. So, they all kind of watch on as you quickly quaff this potion back and kind of look it back, and you see all these kind of like black, almost like dark, kind of gray veins kind of come up your neck and go around your face, and your skin kind of turns this kind of pale color that goes to a kind of a gray. It is now Naj's turn.
Well, we'll go with Jan's turn and Naj at the same time.
Very well.
So I'm going to use the carpet and basically go around and pick up Naj and the cat girls
Very well.
and head towards the exit, or as far as I can go with the carpet.
Oh, let's see what movement you got in that. 30 feet.
And that's including a sprint.
60.
All right, well, with the sprint, I'll be able to pick everybody up at least, and that's pretty much about it by the looks of it.
Where will you be at that point? After you picked
I imagine I will be over at the group of 3 cat girls.
Very well. Let's get a bunch of all the frackle up on yours.
I still look like Brian, so.
Lol.
You do.
Carry me.
So does Naj.
Feed me grapes while we travel.
One of them just like half an arm, you know. Some of them have been through some shit.
Okay. So that's their turns. Blip, blip. Holy rain continues to rain! Holy rain! Next up is Brian. Is he in?
He is not.
Lame. Hey, Aplock's here.
Hi, Aplock.
Brian's in the thingamajig, doing the things.
Okay.
So I'm gonna assume that he just runs to the very edge, as you do.
And jumps off.
Yeah. No, he's gonna stay. Just gonna next up is Adno, followed by Aplock.
Show him for being late.
Yep.
I
Rick.
am confused by the split party. So,
They're all just running down the exit.
are they?
Yep.
Because I just seen my lover, not lover, looks like Brian go the other way. So I'm gonna stay.
He's picking up. You can see that he's quickly flying around the carpet and picked up Nash and picked up all the cat girls.
I'm gonna stay where I am.
Very well. Next up is Aplock, Keen Bearer.
I'm curious to why I'm not up with Congar right now.
You sure can be. You're more worried about making your wishes happen, as I recall.
I am, but I'm not too ambitious to waste those at the current moment, because I'm still thinking I disintegrated Zarakul. So,
Congar waves you up.
They are wishes that do not suffer wish stress. So that's also an important factor.
so I think I'll do the same thing as Adno. I'll just like kind of move up next to Congar and kind of like figure out what is going on before I do anything stupid.
Alright, sounds good.
Unless somebody has like a small like potion or something, I could chug along the way.
If you want to use your turn to grab a potion from me, I can give you. Grab this.
Didn't you give him the bag of
I have
Anything?
potions. I have potions on me.
Also,
I
didn't
always-
you give Brian the bag, not
I
Apple?
Oh,
Yeah,
I gave Brian-
is the bag, yeah.
Okay. So there's none like currently in my vicinity right now.
I can hand you a superior. And then I have one left.
Is that it? I don't need anything like super big right now because I don't think
The
we're.
superior's not enormous, but like, what's your health at? Dude, you're at 50 out of 121. A superior is still, you know, it's something you're gonna use. It'll be good.
Okay, we
You're
can.
definitely not gonna be worse off for it.
And I will graciously. I'll use that for my turn. I'll just beef up a little bit.
Very well.
And yeah, Congar is still slapping you around. Get your head together.
The acid continues to rise. You can now see it kind of bubbling up the, kind of make its way up the stairs where you guys first entered the entire room itself, but it's not quite pouring across the entire floor yet. Next up is Congar, followed by the enemies.
Congar looks over to Nash and tells him, "Look, man, or not Nash, Aplock. Look, we got to give Zarakil a minute or two, and I will ask the spirits whether he needs us. But other than that, just focus. Brian,
As I wipe the remaining healing potion from my mouth, I'll just kind of like, okay, nope. In Congar, I trust right now.
Zerakiel's been through a lot of shit. He's probably just somewhere else right now. I thought this place was controlled by some sort of, magic. It's not, I guess. I mean, not magic that's in somebody's head. I thought it was, yeah. What do you call? There's a time a Tash lifted up half a fucking snow mountain on me. But anyway.
Yeah.
So.
I agree, because I know not about much of this magic stuff.
He's probably at the head of the wagon, if this was a wagon. I have no better way to think about it. So. We need to get the phylactery. I don't know where it is, but I suggest you wish it to be destroyed.
Yeah.
At least that's the only way if we find the Lich again, it's the only thing that'll kill him. But for now, Thomas, go towards the opening. I need to head back in there, and I don't want to take you into more danger.
All right. I'll go see if Joror will maybe take me. Maybe I'll find a place to go, or back to Lycia, maybe.
If there's... Yeah. I'm going to try to meet you back here, but between Atesh and Gilaware, she knows you're here, and I told her you need her help.
I don't think I'm going to meet you back here. I think probably going back to Amon is probably the best idea.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a chance to do it, I will meet you back there.
Yeah. All right, well, just kind of like punches you in the waist. It's like, I'm gonna go.
I ruffle his hair.
1d2 damage.
Snaps his neck.
Yeah, just snaps his neck. Oh shit! I need a wish. I'm like,
Zerakiel!
I need the face.
Give me a card.
Yes. Oh god, Congar gets sucked into another
Pull them
dimension.
all!
I think. All right, I will basically tell everybody I'm going to try to regroup here and come up with a plan. Looks like they've got out there, but we need to track where Zerakiel is. So
Congar comes back and all he hears is the and I'm just like, oh, sorry, that's my stomach.
20. I'm like, huh. I feel like I'd be able to think a lot better if I wasn't so damn hungry. Oh, I could go for some food.
Oh, God, I have the best idea. And then on my turn, do a thing.
I'm gonna yell to the cat girls.
You okay?
And ask them if they know where the driving position for this thing is. How do you move this thing?
And they kind of give you this like dumb kind of half smile, like, what are you talking about?
Alright.
Oh my god.
They are so unawares.
Fair enough. I tried. So, I guess that's my turn.
Alright. Next up is the enemy's turns. Let's...
Brian popped in.
Oh,
B-Rain.
Diggity. Yes. I'm gonna start with the couple there. So, the one guy's gonna continue his haste. I mean, there's a lot of concentration spells in here. Well, I mean, that's not a concentration spell, so. Screw it.
And my stomach gurgles again.
So, as he is concentrating on haste on this one cultist that is currently trying to attack you with a greatsword, with his other hand, he fires out these 3 bolts of energy as the white light flies towards you. You take 10 points of force damage.
Have to 5.
Have fun. All these will hurt everybody, and all the other ones are kind of pointless. Oh, hello there. I didn't see those ones. Okay. Instead of attacking you once more with his longsword, the cultist reaches out their hand toward you and to attempt to do a spell. So let me roll. 1d20 plus But alas, as they kind of say the couple word spell, it fails to take effect as you block the touch spell with your shield. How many more of those do I got? Ah, no more. The other guy is going to once again continue his telekinesis upon you, so I need you to make another strength check. Come on, big money, no whammies. Plus natural 20. You are picked up into the air. And you are tossed upward into the ceiling and let go. And you fall 30 feet.
Do I see him?
Nope.
Nope, this is Zerakiel. We need to find a way to find Zerakiel. Hopefully Brian knows some of the layout of this place.
And you take 3c6 bludgeoning. As you up to the roof, and as you go down to fall towards the ground, you take an additional 3d6 bludgeoning damage. And you fall surrounded by these low-level cultists. That was all 3 of them, and the other cultists continue to surround you. Just give me a sec. All right, and I think that is their turn. Next up is Jorawar, who takes Thomas and flies him down as far as she can, away from the necropolis that is currently flying in the sky. You can kind of see she's planning to make kind of a beeline towards the Ashari that are on the ground, who have kind of found themselves a bit of a protective radiant barrier against the undead that are currently swarming the area. Alright, next up is Brumal, followed by Zerkiel.
Okay, well, I'll keep pressing on into the tunnel.
You heard me say I was going to actually try to turn around and find where Zerkiel is. We need to get out of the epilogue and back into the building to hopefully find where Zerkiel is.
Okay, so
you might be able to. No, the tunnel actually leads out, but if you wanted to fly outside and see if there's a different spot to go to, that's another option too. So I leave it up to you. But just letting you know what I said.
How far down is that tunnel? I could actually fly around if I can see it.
The tunnel goes 100 feet, and then it ends just abruptly at like a kind of a cliff point, where it's just completely open air.
Okay. Do we still, or did we ever have sending stones? Like a means of telepathic communication or distanced communication?
Yeah, you guys had the two-way mirror, and you have some sending stones, but Tash has all of those.
Okay, he took them all? Okay, I couldn't remember what happened. Well, that would take me a long time to get to the end of tunnel, fly around, and then back to talk to people. But at this point, I think splitting up is one of our best options, considering what we're doing. And yeah, yeah, maybe that's probably the best option for me to take off, scope out the surroundings.
Yeah, there might be another way in up top or something that we don't know about, so who knows.
Yeah, because I can. I mean, I guess most of us can fly, I guess, too, but I can do that, and I've got
almost
that
out.
So maybe I'll do that. Oh yeah, I will jet full move, so 60 feet towards the end of the tunnel, I guess.
All right.
Yeah, I can't really go that far, so I'll just assume you know where I am, roughly. Next turn, I should be able to find the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, I wrote it down.
Okay, cool.
Or I can even just do 60 feet. Alright. Next up, Zerkiel. As you find yourself prone on the ground, surrounded by these cultists that are constantly chanting this strange kind of chant or tune or melody or something like that. You can kind of feel it kind of begin to stir inside your head. To no effect.
Okay. First, I will stand up.
Okay.
And I will use Channel Divinity to use Conquering Presence.
Ooh, there it is.
Just kind of gets up, just like.
You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
What is the DC for that?
I believe it is 18. Yes, it is.
I'm just going to do a group one for the low levels. Please tell me this is... Yeah. That's wisdom?
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. It is. Alright. Nope. Yeah, they're all just kind of stuck in place, stunned, right?
They are afraid, and they, among other things that happen,
you hear
take damage at the beginning of their turn.
Yeah, you hear their melody stop all of a sudden, and you just hear this like a wave of a gasp from all of them, just like as they all kind of like take one small step back. You see the ones closest to shivering, stuck still.
What the fuck was that?
How far does Conquering Presence go?
30 feet.
Yep, they would still be within range. Wisdom. Wow, natural 1 for wait, come on. So that is a spell. That's an spellcasting ability. Yes. Never mind.
It is a ability.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Yeah. So he's far away. So he is technically afraid. The High Priest is afraid of you.
Good.
Yeah.
You better.
And the other two couple. I guess he doesn't have to make a concentration check for that, but I'm gonna do the other 2 guys. Oops, Daisy. That was wrong. (19 and 14). So the one that was doing haste is also afraid, but I don't think it's going to make his concentration check. No bueno.
Until he takes damage, at least.
Indeed. All right. So Conquering Presence. It was highly successful.
Booyah.
That's good. I think I will use my bonus action to cast Shield of Faith.
Shield of Faith. Very well. Concentration up to 10 minutes. That's a concentration spell. Is Conquering Presence concentration?
No.
Very well. Shooting pierce rounds creature of choice of range, granting +2 bonus to AC for this duration. Very well. But yes, the shining light of your Shield of Faith appears and kind of sends this kind of glistening glow across the cultist's face. Alright.
And I will end my turn.
Next up is Naj and Jan. I assume Jan is making his way post-haste?
Yes, making my way post-haste. Over to join everybody else up the top
your
there.
Token.
You can't tell me what to do!
I guess not.
With the carpet and everybody else that's on the carpet, obviously.
Okay. Assuming that's the end of your turn.
Gonna be full movement, so yeah, be the end of my turn, unfortunately.
Okay. Next up is Brian. Brian, you find yourself at the very end of the tunnel. Looking out, peering out over the great expanse of the dividing plains. Down below Western, slowly, you see that you're almost kind of halfway out of the city as these huge branches are kind of attaching and pushing their way into the flying necropolis and trying to guide it so somewhere safe to fall. But it's they're having some difficulty controlling it just due to its vast size. But you do see that some of them are attempting to also attack the broomstone below as one flying projectile goes just cascading towards one of them, shatters it, and you can kind of feel as a bit of the whole necropolis just kind of tilts a little bit, kind of loses a bit of its balance. Brian? Brian!
Hello.
Hello, there you are.
Hello. How's it going?
It's going.
Fancy meeting you here.
Yeah.
What would you like
So-
to do? And yes, you see Atesh flying around on the Marsh, the blazing sun, which was wild shaped by Keyleth.
So, I'm trying to get a sense of where the helm would be.
How are you gonna do that?
Well, am I not standing outside?
Oh wait, you know where the helm is.
Nice.
All right. You want to private message me so I know where it is?
No, just say it. It's
Sneakiness.
fine. I won't.
Sneakiness.
Just in case he's gonna, turncoat you on you.
He
You
sneaks.
never know.
He always sneaks.
Yeah, screw this. Just go to Whispers really quick.
What is Whispers?
Hello there, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can they hear me?
No.
Oh.
So you are
Hello.
currently, you know that the place where it is piloted is in the Cathedral of Emerald Ascension. It is just outside of the. Don't you fucking dare, Aaron. Okay. But that would be where it is. So when you guys first entered the epilogue, you would have taken a left instead and went down a long path, or you would have seen there's this hole where all of the prisoners are being brought up through.
So it's back inside the building.
It's more
I
in
just
the
exited?
necropolis itself. But yeah, that would be. It would have been the fastest way to get to it, but this building is currently being submerged in acid.
Fuck. So given that I'm already 100 feet through that hall,
Yeah.
and I'm standing right at the edge,
You need to
To
find
get-
another way to get through.
yeah. Now, can I see? Because obviously, if this thing's floating, they have to be able to see where they're piloting it.
Yeah.
So it's going to have a prominent command view.
So,
So-
you've never actually been into the cathedral?
No, but it would be near the top, right? It'd be like the spire on an aircraft carrier.
You're not
Right,
entirely sure of what they're using to see.
Fuck.
But that is what you know. And I shall send you back.
So well, you're exactly the same.
Yeah.
Or so on and so forth. So
Hello, Jared.
Hello. We are back.
Oh, we gotta stop talking about him.
Yep.
Exactly.
We're back.
Because we were talking about gods.
Yes.
Yes. Par for the course. So, yes, Brian, that's what you know.
All right. So, how long before this main chamber is flooded with acid?
Let's take a look easy here. 5 rounds. So the on the next round after Aplock, all the kind of gray tile and everything that you see is going to be technically covered.
Fuck. So yeah, there's no way I can go back the way I came.
I mean, technically you can. I mean, there's all sorts of means to just, go through acid, just swim through acid unharmed.
There's also a carpet
Uh,
that's full of cat girls right now.
yeah, but there's acid though, so the carpet would be destroyed. And
No,
so
you
is
hover
cat
above the
girls.
acid. You hover above the acid.
Not where you need to go.
Oh yeah, because we have to go down the steps,
Yeah.
which is the lowest part. Oh, that's not happening. Yay!
Big indeed. This is kind of a wrench in the plans for me, I must say. But it's interesting nonetheless. I didn't expect it, so I don't know how you guys are gonna work around
You
it.
had a hallway. Of course I'm gonna walk down the hallway.
What now?
We might have taken a wrong turn.
Oh no, I planned for you guys to kill Lucius here, so, and then you guys would leave. And at this certain point, everything would fill with acid. But Lucius teleported away. His things are still filling with acid. And Zarek kills deep somewhere still in the necropolis.
Yeah, that's why Congar's like, there's no way they're gonna leave. Like, yeah, we're here. We're not leaving without Zarakeel. Congar won't.
Okay, well, I could definitely drop the firewall.
I mean, yeah, that's...
I probably don't need to be concentrating on that anymore.
Hordes of undead just...
Why not turn the acid?
What about the dead Stegosaurus?
R.I.P.
Rip.
Yeah.
If only there was a way we could wish her back, but alas.
Too soon.
Literally.
We got more important things.
It's probably been like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
They got over that quick.
Yeah. That Stegosaurus. Something important about the Stegosaurus. You guys want to get out of here? Yeah, alright.
Hey, wait, are we missing somebody?
It seems oddly quiet.
Yeah. Alright, well, myself and the cat girls are going to continue to exit the acid chamber.
Excuse me, cat girls are with Brian already?
Yeah. Cat girls are on the brine carpet.
Yes. Brian has already saved the cat girls.
Except for the one that's...
Oh, well, they're all stacked. They're all stacked there. I was gonna put that spell over here. They're all there. All of them.
This one as well?
There's 4 of them.
Oh, wait, they did move. Okay. Sorry, there was one...
Brian has already saved them all.
Yes.
He is a majestic
Good job,
hero.
Indeed. Indeed.
Majestic hero.
Alright, so that magic carpet's probably moved its entirety?
Yes. And all the cat girls are currently cuddling Naz and Jan, who look just like you.
Also, all those cultists are fighting a fucking Brian with a shield. Why are you attacking me?
Okay. So, we're definitely not going back the way we came, because it's filling with acid. So,
up and out.
Up and out. Is there any...
Have you told us any of this? That you know where to go?
No, I just found out I knew where to go. But where I knew to go is now full of acid. Because originally, we didn't have to go there. But then Zarakeel did the thing.
Only Zarakeel doesn't go over there by himself.
Yeah.
That fool.
If only somebody couldn't change fate or anything.
Yeah.
Fool of a toque.
So...
If only Zarakeel had a say in the matter.
We have to,
That's hurtful.
we wish for it to be Zarakeel's fault.
It's different to be Zarakeel's fault, not my fault.
Okay,
Zarakeel suddenly feels like everything is his fault.
Yeah,
just...
He falls into a deep depression.
Wah, wah.
I wish.
Okay, so
Now that we've gotten off track a little bit.
Yep.
is there going to be a new map area that we enter when we exit this tunnel?
There'd be no point for that. Once you're out of the tunnel, you're technically-ish out of combat. Zarakeel's still in combat, though.
Fuck. My hope was to, like, come out, see where it's being piloted from, and then dimension door to it.
Dimension
But-
only goes 500 feet.
Yeah. How? Well, I mean,
You're probably looking at like, this is my best guess. God. No. There's a few thousand feet, I think.
God damn it, Zeracule. All right. So are we just leaving Zeracule to die?
Nope.
There are
Congar will
options.
find him.
What do you got in your spell list, Brian? Anything to bamf to him somehow, or?
Dimension Door was the big bamf.
Ah, gotcha.
That
I've
was
got
my-
teleportation if I didn't have wish sickness.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, that's not useful, Jeff.
I know.
Somebody didn't save their wish.
Story of my life.
Yeah, I don't have any.
Wait, you use wish again.
End of your turn,
There's-
Brian.
I'm pretty sure Zeracule might be pretty pissed if you don't save the planet.
And or leave him to die.
No, he's not being left to die. Congar will find him if it kills him.
All right. Yeah. You know what? I'll just hold my. Or I'll end my turn. I'll wait for everyone to catch up.
Very well. Next up is Adno, followed by Aplock.
What? I just ended my turn.
Add no. Applock.
You're Brian.
Brian wants. I am Congar.
I am Spartacus.
Roll
you-
call.
My stomach gurgles again, and I get really excited. And I fly over to Applock, and I put my hands on either side of his face, and I look at him directly in the eyes, and I say, I need you to listen to me very closely. And then I turn his head really sharply, and I'm like, oh shit, did I kill you? No, wait, I'm all good. And then I whisper in his ear. And blah, blah, blah. And end of turn.
Very well. Odd things. All right. Next up is Aplock, followed by Congar.
Okay. Just to be clear, the whispers are what we've been talking about, right?
Yes.
Okay. With a slight fear look in his eyes, and having the oldish wrinkly fingers securely pressed against his face
So
in
soft,
a
but
vice-grip-like manner. He goes, I wish to destroy Lucius's phylactery. And with a slight tremble in his voice, looking dead, looking Adno in her eyes, locking pupils and hoping for recognition and acceptance.
Okay. Okay.
And subsequently also trying to like turn his head away and look where Congar is and like he currently doesn't know why he's so scared of this tiny little old lady in front of him.
Black-eyed woman.
Yeah. There's obvious reasons, but
Let's see. What's to destroy Lucy's phylactery? You wish to.
I don't know.
What happens if he
I
wishes
think
for
Aplock's
something?
gonna disappear.
Well, yeah. But
I mean, yeah, it was worded not great.
all right,
Damn it.
Aplock, you do in fact disappear. Directly to the location of the phylactery. And yes.
I don't like this.
Wishes are double-ended swords.
Welcome to my world.
Jan can fix everything.
Very quickly
This
take
is
you
karma?
to Whispers.
Jericho?
You find yourself in this very strange, almost decaying-smelling place that is filled with incense. You see there are desiccated bodies hung upside down by one ankle from various parts of the ceiling. There are interesting kind of cracked pillars that have these almost black to dark green decaying vines that are still reaching around them, almost as if they're undead alive. There is a long kind of fire pit filled with these barely burning coals that hardly give off very much light. There are these 3 crones, these what you can only describe as some sort of witch, all with these horrible facial and body malformations, different scars, and it looks like they have these different curses that have been applied to them in some way, as flies seem to kind of like fly out of the holes of the cheek of this one crone. You found yourself just small, and then all of a sudden just exploding to your normal size as bits of wood and metal, bits of hair and skin are thrown this way and that. And holding your hips, in great surprise, the crone's behind you, but holding your hips in front of you is Lucius Freitas. And that is where we are.
We've come to the conclusion that it is not a pig idea, Jerry.
It's not a pig idea?
Adno was like, I didn't tell him to say that. It's not like when I told Jared buying a pig would be really cool because I think pigs are cool, and then he bought a pig.
I thought it'd be pretty cool too. Turns out to get pretty big, and also they fucking squeal and shit a lot. And I probably should turn that into some delicious bacon.
Bacon.
I don't know what happened, but I went silent.
Oh.
Like I couldn't hear anybody, and they couldn't hear me.
Oh, maybe
Mine does that
Until you-
sometimes.
I'm plugged in.
Well, anyways.
Might be internet?
So, Aplock did his thing. And that was your action. You still have movement and a bonus.
So what exactly do you expect me to do with the movement?
And an action. Oh, no, wait. No, you use your action.
I don't know, buddy. That's
Yeah.
kinda of a you
Smile and
problem.
wave.
That's kind of a you problem.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think that's it for me. Like, literally and figuratively.
And Lucius just looks at you and says, "Oh, hello there." And he squeezes a little bit tighter on your hips.
I have thoughts to do on my next action, but
He squeezes your hips.
Yep.
What is happening?
oh,
Yep.
hey, shh. What happens with Lucius stays with Lucius.
What happens in the phylactery stays in the phylactery.
The phylactery stays in the phylactery. So
We don't talk about that day.
We don't talk about what happens in the phylactery.
I might have to perhaps message Jamie. No, fuck that. I'm gonna keep this myself here for now. Yes. All right. So the acid is now entirely rose up to the point of the stone tiles. So now it is starting to rise its way up to where the stairs are on the stage. Congar, it's your turn. Followed by the enemies, where things are going to get frickin' real very fast.
He notices Jan is gone, and he's like,
No.
or not Jan, sorry, Aplock, and he's like,
That's 3 times now.
Forgotten already.
No, fuck no.
Apparently Jan is everywhere.
Technically, Brian
Well,
is
we all
everywhere.
do look like
True,
Brian.
Brian is everywhere.
Yeah, everyone is Brian.
So, shit.
As you see, Adno is just like holding the cheeks of Aplock, and he's like, you just see his mouth move silently, and then he just bloop, disappears.
In rage, I smash this fucking throne because I heard what Aplock said, and just kind of assume, great, he's gonna be surrounded by whatever's guarding that thing.
All right.
And yeah, like we need a miracle. Fuck.
Would you like to play a game?
So you slay enough? Yeah, you smash the throne. And it just shatters to pieces. Bits of debris kind of go flying over Nash and Jan. The cat girl's like, ooh!
I'm just like, does anyone have anything?
So strong.
I can't save everyone. And I just kind of like
I pipe
buckle.
up. Atesh is outside. Oh no, wait, I wouldn't know that. Never mind, I can't pipe up.
Well, Brian and
I could.
Brumal heard. But I doubt Atesh will use his wish for anything. I mean, he's not here. So yeah, I'm in a increasing amount of despair, and I'm like, we need
Man, Fate's just a bitch.
we need
A
to
room filling with acid.
we need to get the fuck out of here. And I will use my. How tall are the ceilings?
50 feet.
Alright, I'm going to use my full action and my last round of fly to bolt up to the roof of the epilogue and plow through the ceiling.
Okay, wait, what? How are you chipping that high?
I have fly for this one more round.
Oh, very well then. Okay, and you're gonna bolt up through the ceiling?
Yep. Give everybody a way out, because we're talking about going back in. Unless somebody told me otherwise.
No, that could potentially work.
I'm a giant wrecking ball.
Yeah, and I do believe that actually your weapons still have siege damage because you are holding the Titan Stone, not you are wielding them. So yeah, I'm gonna say because it is obviously a building that is very well built, you have to beat the threshold damage for this. So I'm gonna use the same as like a ship. So the threshold is 50, so you need to do at least 50 damage for it to do any damage. And the AC will be based on it's a mixture of iron and stone. So I'll split the difference. AC 18.
Okay. Great Weapon Master, Reckless Attack.
Yeah, that'll do. And so Siege does triple damage.
So yes, and then I get 1d6.
I'm just asking for...
Yeah, Siege does 3 times the damage.
Alright, so you did 66 points of physical damage. Plus 10 fire, which helps, and rage. And this is definitely a... we did enough to push through it. It is resilient. Alright. Yeah. You blast through the top of the entire ceiling of the Opera House, and you now have an opening that you can now see into the necropolis with. And you can now also see the, from where you are, the epilogue is almost entirely like halfway submerged into the acid. Like it's not quite a mechanical thing that's happening. It's almost as if the building itself had some sort of arcane or physical
failsafe or something
to Lucius as a failsafe. Yes. So when it seemed as if he was going to fail or die, everything just started to break apart.
All right. Yeah, I'm standing on the roof, and I will consult the spirits, and I will... Wait, hold on, is that... That might be an action.
And you did like a big action there.
Yep. Just double checking that it's not a bonus action. Where is it? Consult.
Is that a ritual?
Nope, I do it naturally because of my archetype. Without using any slots or components.
This is the clairvoyance thing?
Yeah. Clairvoyance or augury.
Right.
So yeah, it would be my action. Because yeah, you gain the ability to consult with the ancestors. When you do so, you cast. And casting is an action.
Yeah.
Okay.
Augury would give you your wield woe or unsure kind of things.
Yeah, sometimes you like point in a direction or whatever. Yeah, like it's vague, but it's something.
Okay then. That is your turn. Bits of debris and things begin to fall down onto the steps and everything, and kind of bounce their way down the steps and kind of fall into the acid. And you hear this like...
That is my turn.
Next up is the enemy's turn. Let's start with ZerahKeel's enemies first. Before we hit the big notes. The cultists around you, for the most part, are all...
That's okay, you can wait, Jared. It's fine.
Yeah. Are shivering in fear.
You can, you can just,
they
do
all
whatever.
take damage.
Oh, yes. How much damage?
Equal to... I believe it is half my paladin level. Yeah. Yep, half my paladin level. So that'll be 9 damage.
I'm pretty darn sure. Yeah. That is literally their health. So
nice.
A vast sum.
I scared them to death.
Like probably about 60 or so or more of these level cultists just like kind of like shiver. You can kind of see as they kind of like just grasp their chests, and they just all fall and slump over dead onto the pews and around this building. Yeah. Okay, and everybody else also takes 9 points. So that's going to be 9. So it's 9 as well. Concentration checks. Our constitution saves, essentially.
Yep.
What's wrong?
It looks
I'll
pretty
take
right.
it.
So that's a one win for the big guy and for the little guys. First haste. That is a failure. Shit. All right, the haste drops. This guy. That means the guy that was attacking you physically is now stunned for his round. Until the next round, so he cannot take a turn. My bro with the telekinesis is still going to... no, he's got something better. An action to move this thing. Ah. Oh, I guess I have to anyways. Very well. Strength check.
Strength check it is.
He's got you.
Oof.
He takes you, even though he is a little bit afraid of you, and begins to lift you slowly but surely 30 feet above, actually not slowly but surely, very quickly, and slams you up against the ceiling at full force. So you would take reverse falling damage again. And holds you there until his next turn. So you take 12 points of bludgeoning damage. The other guy's stunned. The other guy lost his fear of concentration. Okay, so he is instead going to... Actually, you're being held up there, and you're out of range. So, the other guy is going to blast a fireball at you while you're being held up there with telekinesis.
Dick.
Oh, Dex.
Don't.
Would that even
No, you're
apply?
restrained.
Okay.
Yeah, so a restrained creature. Attack rolls, blah blah. You have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws, which you already have, I think.
No, just for stealth checks.
Ah. So you do have
But disadvantage it is.
16, 14. You would need to beat a 15. So that's a success. Oh wait, that's disadvantage. That is a fail.
It's a failure. Yeah.
You take 35 points of fire damage as the fireball, right after you're slammed against the ceiling, you feel you get winded and you just immediately suck in flaming air through your helmet. All right.
Cool.
Now, the next big thing to happen. As you hear Lucius.
No, it doesn't need to happen.
What to do with you?
You can go to the other guys, Jared. It's fine.
I see you destroy the phylactery.
Did he just blip there and land on it? Because holy shit.
No, he spawned inside of it and grew to his normal size, exploding it.
Oh.
Yeah. Apparently it's a thing I do.
Okay.
Dead ass though.
Let's use a big one. Time Ravage. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Athlon, Keenbearer.
Oh god, thank God.
Nice.
That's a pretty good save. That'll pass, annoyingly. So you take half damage on a failed save.
Hey, thanks for that, Superior Congar. Appreciate it.
Yep.
It's gonna keep me within an inch of my life.
Resilient dice. You take 58 points of necrotic damage. Halved. To 29. It does. Okay. We'll hold on to that one again. He still has some of those sacrifices left. So let's see.
That was pretty much this.
Oh.
That was pretty
Here,
much the potion, and then some.
Alright, he's got one of those extras left. Alright. That was his 10. And he looks to the crones and says, "Don't worry, I think I'm going to play with this one for a little while." And the crones kind of just like, and can like back off into the darkness a little bit. Alright. Jorawa quickly flies her way down to the Ashari below. Brumal, it is your turn with Zerakil on deck.
All right. I guess. I probably would have heard the commotion in the main room as Congar barreled through the ceiling, but I don't really know.
Perhaps you need to run back.
Yeah, again, that's the first time I've done that. I've never done that. Yeah, I never double back. And I probably will, because it would be a significant commotion enough for me to be like, okay, well, that's something to go on. So I'll head back. Regular movement first, which would probably bring me to the mouth of the tunnel again, because I didn't get quite.
You got
Well,
so you went 60 feet.
That's right. So I'll have to full sprint all the way back. I full sprint back. I see a giant hole in the ceiling and figure that that's probably a better way out than the end of the tunnel.
Definitely.
That's my turn.
What the hell was that bang? Oh
Yeah.
god, Congar.
What's happening here? My legs are getting tired.
Alright, next up is Zerakil.
All right, I am on the ceiling.
You are restrained currently.
Okay. What can I do as a restrained person?
Well,
Summon a mace.
your speed becomes 0. You can't benefit for any bonus to speed. Attack rolls against you have advantage, and creatures' attack rolls have disadvantage. And you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. And
So I can still cast a spell?
yes.
Magic mace.
Cool. I'm going to cast... Actually, how far am I away from said telekinesis person?
30 feet.
30 feet? I will cast Banishment on the telekinesis guy.
Very well. The telekinesis guy. God damn it. Take it. Okay, not the telekinesis guy. One of the other two pairs. The one that had initially tried to use a touch attack on you. It's going to cast Counterspell. Just at the base level. What level is Banishment?
Banishment is level 4.
Alright, so they're going to make a roll.
I believe that is you who makes the roll, or is it me?
It is me. And their plus 3, and they have to beat. You have to beat a 14. Nope, counterspell failed. So like, try to flick it out. Yeah, fuck it, the other guys can do it too. Nope, both counterspells fail. Alright, so if they try to flick out the energy of your banishment spell, the other guy's gonna try to make his spell save.
It is a charisma saving throw.
Okay,
Charisma.
Ten.
That will be a fail.
The High Priest is... I mean, he wouldn't be banished because this is his home plane.
He gets sent to a harmless demi-plane if it's in his own plane.
Oh, very good. So, just disappears, and at that very moment, I'm going to say you immediately fall 30 feet.
Ow! Full plate was still a good choice.
You take 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Halved.
Halved? Oh yeah.
Potion
Yeah,
of invulnerability.
all my damage is halved.
That's right. But you
Pretty
That's why
important
I've
thing
been
to
alive
remember.
so long. Okay, I am now concentrating on banishment, so I obviously drop Shield of Faith.
And you have to make a concentration save. Dude, you're...
Oh yes, because I hit the ground.
Probably should have made those saves on the other ones as well. But yes, that is a pass. So banishment holds. Alright.
And I will get up,
Okay.
and I will move to the next big guy. I'll get nice and close to him.
The closest one would be the one that was originally hitting you with their long sword. As you just saunter up to them, ching, 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 and ready yourself for battle. Your conquering presence still emitting, still causing them to be afraid. Actually, that one is not afraid of you.
They get saves at the end of their turn for conquering presence.
Okay. But would you go to the one that is currently afraid of you, or the one that's not?
Oh, definitely the one that's afraid.
Very well. You go to the one that had cast haste. So you go to the one that's currently still afraid of you. You can kind of see the fear slightly, just from the body language. All right. And your turn.
And that's it. That's it.
All right. Next up is Naj and Jan.
Alrighty, well, a lot has happened, that's for sure. So I see
The party's
Aplock
fracturing.
has disappeared. Place is falling apart. Oh boy.
Oh.
I'm gonna kind of scratch my head a little bit and wonder what to do. What to do?
Are you on the carpet?
I am on the carpet. Yep,
Just
How high is the carpet?
hovering away.
just hovering over the ground.
Every day I'm hovering.
Well,
You see me standing there shocked with my hands empty, now going, that wasn't supposed to happen. Why does this keep happening? Why are all my friends disappearing?
Maybe get them to pull more cards.
Fix it, Atesh. Because
all right.
Zero Tesh wearing Brian's face, who's actually Jan. Yep.
Yep.
I'm old empty now.
You're a fucking onion.
I've got layers.
You're a ogre.
Well, I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a short piece of wire out of my pocket, and I'm going to send JerryGeeVO a message using sending, asking him where he is.
What is the casting time for sending? What's the casting time for sending?
1 action.
Very well. And I do believe that sending has a certain amount of words that you can't go over.
I cannot go over 25 words.
Very well, we'll start counting those.
So,
That's 1.
Fuck.
JerryGeeVO, do you know where you are?
We're trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
That's 7.
Yep.
That's it.
That is it.
Very well. So you'll receive that, and then he can reply back to you with 25 words.
Yep.
All right.
And
I mean, that's 8 with the so.
well, okay. Got a few more words to go, so whatever.
Yeah. All right. Is that the end of your turn?
Unfortunately, I think so.
Very well.
I'm gonna hop off the carpet just to be on the ground.
No, bring the carpet up. I'm yelling at everybody to get the fuck up here. The thing is sinking.
You do hear that pretty easily. Echoes throughout the opera house. Still has the acoustics.
All right. Well, I guess
Beautiful.
I
mean, gather everyone you can, obviously.
Brumal's gonna probably need the carpet, so if anything, I'll just kind of jump up in the air and start flying up the hole then.
Fly.
Ah, yes, with the wings.
With the
Perfect.
wings.
If you do that, the carpet's gonna drop.
No, Naj is still on it. He can control it.
Yeah, Naj will take it.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I'll tell Naj to follow once Brumal is on the carpet.
And as you jump off, the carpet kind of wobbles and stuff like that. The cat girl's like, ooh, just like the water bed.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Okay, and Naz starts to take the carpet up. 60
No,
feet.
He's got to pick up Brumal first. I told him to
Oh,
pick
yeah,
up
he's
Brumal.
gonna wait.
Well,
He's gonna wait for that.
Brumal turned into a raven.
Yeah, I can. If time is of the essence, I can catch up.
Oh, if you can wait for him. But the carpet only goes 30 feet a turn, so if Jan or Naj can pilot it even a little bit, he might want to.
It's fine.
Okay.
All right. Top of the round, it is Brian's turn, followed by Adno.
All right, so I can hear everyone. I hear the giant roaring of the thundering of the roof caving in.
Oh yeah.
and I am just on the edge of
100 feet away.
about 100 feet away. Yeah. How far away would Kongar be?
Trigonometry. 150 feet. Screw it.
Damn it, too far. All right.
Can you run 50 feet? No, you can't move 50 feet in a turn. Balls.
Can move 30. Actually, I can move 30 feet back towards Kongar.
Okay.
And character spell. Where am I? Here we go. Character sheet. Let's see if this works. Can I do this? Bam.
Message.
Yeah.
Cantrip. You should be able to. Yeah, that's within range.
150 feet.
You
I
point-
moved.
You don't know where he is. Not exactly. You point your finger towards
Yeah.
the creature within range.
All right. I can point it towards Adno.
Yeah.
What are we pointing towards at now?
Yes.
You.
And I cast Disintegrate. No.
That'd be so
Neat.
fucking brutal.
Kratos
Double, triple cross. Fuck.
trophy.
700 years and this is how I die.
Oh, she said it.
Had to be some point.
What was that?
What?
No, joke.
Ah!
Joking.
Whoa.
Joking. I don't know how to delete that though.
Nice.
Thank God. Okay. Yeah. So anyhow, I cast message
Pass
to.
the button. Okay.
Wait, no, I don't even do that. I yell. It's Adno. She's right there. I can see her,
And,
And it's acoustics.
And it's a
and it's got a
giant
good
hall.
acoustics.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I hear the giant. I see the roof, little bits of the roof fall down. I hear the thundering of a giant flying, and I just
Wee.
yell back like, "What the hell is happening?"
How about a whee? How about a whee?
The sky is falling.
God damn it, Adno.
Well, there you go. You got your answer.
Is there anybody else I can see?
Bermal.
Ramal, what the
He's
hell
in
is
front
going
of
on?
me.
Oh, I wish I knew. I wish I knew. Well, I think, as of recent events, and I mean recent, that hole in the ceiling is our new quarry. But if you were to ask me, about 6 seconds ago, I was ready to head out that tunnel. So I don't know.
Yeah. this
Kongar
is
just
all
dove
over
through the
the
ceiling.
place.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that's where we're headed now.
Expect it all.
That is subject to change, of course. Don't quote me on any. This isn't financial advice or legal advice. But we're heading through that hole in the ceiling. That's what I'm doing for now.
All right. Well, then I've moved 30 feet. I'm gonna Misty Step another 30. So I've gone 60 feet down that hall. I could have easily just run, but Misty Step's so much cooler.
Yeah.
Agreed. So you spanned a level 2 spell
You're like
slot
a-
to Misty Step.
Vampire.
No, I have it.
Mystic
I have
Force?
spell mastery on that.
Oh, sick.
Sick.
Yeah, it seemed like a good one to be able to cast a couple times.
That's pretty smart.
Yeah, fuck.
All right then. End of your turn.
Yeah, I guess that's going to be the end of it.
Next up is Adna with Aplock on deck.
I fly up 5 feet and then I come down and then I go up and I'm like, where are we going?
I'm gonna search for Aplock.
Okay, so I go up. That was 10, 25 feet.
Okay, you go 25 feet. Congar's
Oh,
already up on the
35.
roof. That is Fly's about to end.
But it's on the roof.
He is on the roof of the epilogue. And your turn, Adda?
Yes.
Very well. Aplock! It is your turn. You are not grappled. It was just more for flavor that he is holding your hips because he was holding the phylactery.
Okay, so stuff and things. So is he? Can I like push off of him? Is that gonna be like a movement, or is that gonna be like an action?
Movement, pretty much.
Big boom cannon to the face.
Yeah. So here's my. I just wanted to tell you what I was thinking. If I was grappled, I was going. So we could play it if you want to grapple me, because this
No.
will be fun.
No.
No, because it'll be fun.
We can, but I was gonna say like I call it if you're grappled for sure, just for mechanics purposes.
Because like I was thinking of whipping out one of my hand cannons and using a disarming shot as one of my grits. That causes him to do a strength save, and if he fails, he drops an object of my choice, which would be me,
Ha.
and I get pushed away 10 feet. That's what I was gonna try, but
Nifty.
It's a great idea, but you're not grappled, so you have a lot more options at the same time.
Yeah. I have many more options currently, so I will do other things instead because I had other ideas too.
You're also technically fully surrounded.
Yes, this I understand.
Yeah.
Then could I break from his loving embrace and kind of get I don't know what, like maybe 10 feet from him?
Are you talking about doing a disengage? That's an action if you're not like a rogue or something.
The 10 feet would be the op attack, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. If I was within 5, would that cause disadvantage on my shots, like a bow? I think.
Yes, if you're within 5 feet, you would, unless you have a feat that would otherwise make that not a thing.
I don't think I do because I just have sharpshooter, which gets the -5 and the +10. So I don't think I have any disengage options.
Yeah, so you would be at disadvantage, unfortunately.
Oh, sorry. With those crones you were talking about, would they be? They wouldn't have Optex, just Lucius, right?
They would if you were close enough, but they're currently all within like 15 feet away from you.
Okay, so if I did take the 10 feet, Lucius would be the only one to take the op attack.
Yes.
Okay.
Only the Emerald Sun, yes.
Okay. In that case, fuck it. Blaze of Glory. Let's fucking do this, motherfucker. I want to push off, and as I'm pushing off, in midair, whip out the fucking boomstick.
Okay.
3-point landing on the ground. He could take his op attack because it's cool and stuff.
Okay, he's gonna do that. Let's see what he's got for that. No. I think he'll use his staff to smack you with. There it is.
Sorry, I'm just quickly looking up one quick thing. Save. Okay.
All right. right, let's start with
Yeah.
hitting you.
Yes. And fail miserably, please.
Okay. Well, actually, what else do we got here instead of the staff?
Well, the staff was fine. You should use the staff.
Yeah.
You should poke at me with a toothpick. That'd be great.
Maybe a strong love tap.
There it is.
Yeah. He was caressing me gently, so I feel all he could do is lovingly brush against my pectorals as
God
I...
damn it. Fine.
There's
I'll
a
use
connection,
staff.
though.
Yeah. We stared lovingly into each other's eyes for quite a while, so...
So he's
At
gonna
least 6 seconds.
strike you and roll. Oh, that's right, actually. He has. Tickety. Blah, blah. And with this. Yeah, there it is. Plus 5. Oh wait, no, it'd be plus. Oh, plus actually a lot. It's 10. Fuck. Does a 16 hit you?
Oh. I don't...
If it meets your AC?
It misses by 1.
Fuck! Alright, you got away as he, like, with a smile, playfully just whiffs at you.
I see you've played this game before.
I'm gonna get you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I'll, as I land, I'll ready up and aim with good old faithful, hopefully.
Okay.
Like,
I'm pretty darn sure that's gonna miss.
yeah, I think so too.
Hold on. Yes.
He dodges out of the way because I was unbalanced.
Yeah, he just lightly kind of like dances out of the way and watches as the wave of force just goes straight past him, just ripples past him. And he kind of like does a little spin and keeps his hands out as he starts to kind of walk towards you with a smile.
Okay, then I will use 1 grit for the next shot, which should give me... It'll be a... I should have used it for the first one, but it's fine. It'll be a Deadeye shot, so I'll have advantage.
Alright.
And if I have advantage, why not throw on the sharpshooter? And we'll give it another go.
So, okay, 22 minus
Minus
5. That'll be a miss, alas. As once again, he just pirouettes and spins around the next shot going the other direction. And starts just kind of like singing to himself, la-da-dee-da, la-da-da-da, as he starts to get closer to you.
The first shot was a... Why does it have 2 shots?
Because one, it's at, you have advantage highlighted. It's toggled.
Yeah. But then it's like 21 without the sharpshooter, and then it's... I don't understand the 21 part.
I don't, you just had that show up at one point. I don't know why you, had that there.
It should be the 22 and the 19 with the advantage, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, that sucks, and that was very anticlimactic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my last action surge.
Okay.
And can I use, like, I can use... is it an attack action, or is it an action?
Well,
I think
if it's a new action surge, then you can use your action for whatever you want. At the same time, your thunder kind of is a reload 1, so I assume you used a bonus action to do a fast reload on that.
Yeah. So my action, which again, it's going to be very anticlimactic. I'm going to use my last wish,
Very well.
and I'm going to say I'll say it, and then bear with me. Hopefully, I'll tell you what the intent is.
It's
how
going to be
about
based
this?
on how when you after you say "I wish," that will be the intent.
Okay, my intent. My intent is to get myself, Congar, Bramal, Brian, Adno, and Jan to where Zarakul is.
Okay.
So, hopefully,
How you word it?
you hope. Okay, it'll be funny because I'll look
Lucius
in the eye. I'll still
Fuck you.
I'll throw the boomstick in its holster, and with a weird phrasing, I'll be like flipping both birds at him and say, "I wish."
Fingers and counterspells. I'm just joking. You can't do that.
Shit.
He can't do that to that wish.
I say,
The dickiest move in Dicktown.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It'd be funny though.
it'd be fucking cool. In the worst way.
In the worst way.
yeah, I'll fight it. I wish I had a hand grenade because at that point I just pull the pin. Be like, fuck it.
Holy hand grenade.
Bye guys. Nice playing with you. Anyway, so, as I slowly quickly stow the boomstick away, bring up the double birds to Lucius, and I'm thinking I'm pretty sure he's thinking I'm going to say something, heroic, and I'll just say I wish for myself, Jan, Adno, Brian, Bramal, Congar to be where Zarakul
Nash.
and Nash
Get out of there. Get out of there.
Sorry.
to be in the same room as Zarakul.
Okay.
God, I hope that's worded right, guys.
I was gonna say that one's pretty airtight.
The cat girls do not come with you.
Sorry, Brian, I forgot your cat.
They're just gonna be running around in circles, shitting all over the place, rubbing their asses on the floor.
No, they still got Nash. He looks like Brian. They're fine.
In a pool of acid.
Yeah, it's swimming in acid.
Also did not follow.
Well, Nash has the carpet.
No. Cat girls have the carpet.
Well, Nash was kind of the added after, so I would be surprised if
Yeah,
he
no,
stayed-
that
he
was
stayed on the carpet because
that was metaing. So yeah, if he stays, he stays.
yeah.
That's why I said
just
the
That
the
was
intent.
kinda...
I would have been
Yeah,
wandering
it was
around.
totally meta. I was joking. No, he didn't say it. He can
Alright.
stay.
Okay, so, I'm just gonna keep everybody here, I suppose, for now, just cause. Let me bring... God, just... Oh. There's a spell in the way. There. Token. Yeah. And you want them all in the same room, is what you said. Interesting wording.
Yep, that's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be fine. I thought it was great.
Okay. So due to the fact that
I'm not
Zarakul-
saying anything because I don't want to give Jared.
You said you wanted all these people in the same room as Zarakul?
Yes.
Oh,
God.
very well then.
Yes, I'm sure I worded it exactly appropriately where no one dies.
All right.
Jared, have you ever seen the movie Wishmaster?
Oh God.
We weren't talking.
No, I watched Leprechaun.
No. Have you seen it? Have you seen it?
I have not.
At a certain point,
Good.
this is
Good.
just
There's hope.
rude.
There's hope. I was gonna say, if he's seen it, we're fucked.
I just remember somebody gets like pushed into a fucking hamster cage, and I'm like, this is so dumb.
So yeah, you guys all bamf into this giant cathedral, the Cathedral of Emerald Ascension, where you see these numerous, albeit dead, cultists for the most part. There's still a couple dozen near the back pews, kind of shaking in fear. JerryGeeVO has just gotten up off the floor, and he has made his way toward one of these other cultists to strike them. You see there is this podium in front of you and around you guys, where it appears there's these two white spheres that are embedded inside this podium, where normally it would be used to speak to the masses in the cathedral. You do see there is a tome there with certain hymns and passages. To the right and left of that are these little white spheres that it looks like they can be used to kind of spin and control the entire necropolis. To the left and right are these almost, in some way, in some kind of dark sense, kind of like looking like a celestial cloud, as if you're looking through an opening in a cloud down onto the world below. You can actually see where the necropolis is moving. It appears that two other users have to kind of stand and advise the person who's controlling the necropolis to.
All right, let's turn this thing into the Megazord.
But yeah, you guys are all in the same room. There are two more powerful looking cultists that JerryGeeVO is dealing with, and JerryGeeVO is also fairly damaged. It looks like he's been singed pretty hard and he's been bashed up, and you see these strange kind of dents in the floor and on the roof.
Just look over at Ablock. See, I told you you'd be. Oh my God, what happened to you?
Yeah, and Aflock is there as well, and he looks just horribly wrinkled.
I got the dog.
But well done, Aflock. The phylactery is destroyed.
I'm gonna say I wish I got a couple shots off, but you know what? At least I'm alive. So, and I'm glad to see JerryGeeVO still alive in like my days of consciousness.
You're a hero. You destroyed the phylactery, I take it? You look like you've been through hell.
But
I'll get back to you in a second, buddy. Oh, God.
next up is Congar. There are two cultists before you. One JerryGeeVO is about to deal with, and the other is just getting ready to attack. It appears to show no signs of any kind of real fear.
If Zenro was here, she would just drop down onto him with a sword straight down and somehow magically kill him by skewering him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just something fucking weird and backflippy. Alright, still raging and still super pissed on how fucking chaotic and bizarre this whole thing has been. And I'll go up to the cultist that JerryGeeVO's not fighting. I'm like, yup. I don't know who you are, but you're gonna die.
Okay.
I'll go up to the other cultist. Yup.
Just like puking out blood over there. How many fucking hit points do you have left? I didn't even... Oh, wow, okay. You might need to take another potion. Alright. Great Weapon Master, Reckless Attack.
Yeah, that's a hit. Yep.
Okay, so... 25 plus 10, so 35. 47 plus 1d6. Oof. I mean, 48 damage.
48. Okay.
And
Just a massive hit. You hear ribs crack. You hear the clavicle crack. You hear like the spine kind of just like. He's still doing okay, but he basically just got hit by a wrecking ball.
And swing bata, round 2. Great Weapon Master, reckless attack.
Does he come in like a wrecking ball?
And he came in like a wrecking congar. Oh my god!
Oh shit.
Okay,
20.
so
Is
I'm just
there
gonna-
anything he can do to circumvent this?
For those not at a screen, what's happening?
Congar got natural 20, like a
Mm.
wrecking ball.
It's nothing.
Congar literally jumps up and does a big whirlwind. From underneath all the way up and above, like he's gonna chop a fucking log. And comes down onto the cultist person. So,
How much damage
yes.
did you do?
25, 36, plus 15, 41, 51, plus 10 is 61, plus 5 is 66 damage.
6.
He has a bloody nose.
He is winded.
Oh my god. It's literally exactly his hit points. Yeah, so the second one just snaps his body right in half with the pure blunt force.
Just a square fucking like indent in the floor and human person paste.
Yeah, and the kind of beautiful skull crystal mass just falls to the ground and shatters. Alright, well, that one's dead. End of your turn?
End of my turn.
Alright, next up, the one cultist that is still technically left is going to attack JerryGeeVO. He is going to, since he has not been able to do his yet. Yep. Right. Come on, big money. No. I mean. Nah, you can go for JerryGeeVO, fuck it. Plus. Come on! Oh, it's a hit!
Wow.
Now it's getting real.
Yeah.
I need you to make a charisma saving throw, JerryGeeVO. Fuck!
Nice.
I'm a paladin. I'm all about the charismas.
As he does a very quick move and puts his hand up onto your forehead, on top of your helmet. Says, "Enjoy, Gloomrot." And there's this momentary flash, but as you can like judder in place, you remain where you are as he tried to plane shift you. That's it. There's no more plane shifts.
He's like, fuck. Damn it.
That was him. The other cultists are still afraid. The other one's dead. The other one's banished. Blah. Brumal, it's your turn.
Oh yeah, here you go. You're in the action. Fire everything.
Oh my god. Do we have to run anymore? Probably not.
You should probably run away.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't-
at least I got here
Everything.
safe. Question mark. I kind of pat myself down. I'm like, okay, I got all my limbs, whatever. Don't know how I got here, but well, I've seen more bizarre things.
Congar was
Anyway.
screaming on a roof a second ago. Fuck.
So, yeah, what immediate? Well, there aren't any threats really. What are we? Yeah, what are we doing? Like, I mean, there are, but
And the other low-level cultists all take off out the doors as they see
Whoop.
things are turning terribly.
okay. Well,
Flee!
I kind of look around at everybody, make sure, and then I kind of double take at Zerakiel. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, no thanks to me, but I found him.
Found ya!
There he is.
Good. So we're getting out of here then.
Still gotta kill Lucius.
Do we know where he is?
I mean,
I
no.
have an idea.
What?
Oh, God.
Did you run into Lucius? I just thought he ran away to, like, somewhere with, more enemies or something. I mean, it's what I would do.
Still in battle.
What are the odds he would have stayed in this floating citadel? Like,
50-50. He's pretty
Yeah, like-
arrogant. And this place has more people
Still in
protecting
battle.
him.
are we actually in? Oh, we are still technically in battle. Okay.
There's one guy left.
Oh, never mind. Sorry. Okay. That's why I was just like openly RPing. I'm just like, yeah, well, I'm just telling a story.
He's attacking
okay,
Zerakiel.
Okay. So I will just strike it regular, nothing fancy. Throw an arrow at it, and it is flanked. I don't even think that matters. Doesn't matter. 30.
30. That is a hit.
13 piercing, 2 lightning.
Okay, where the hell did my pen go? There we go. 13 piercing, 2 lightning. So we...
And another hit for a 31. So that'll be another hit.
31 is, yeah, that is also a hit.
Well, good damage. 16 piercing and 6 lightning. That's almost max damage. That is max damage, I'm pretty sure.
Nice! As the 2 arrows
Fuck yeah.
fire, hit them both in the back, one in the lower spine, as he kind of like howls out in pain.
Okay, and I will move in. Well, I guess we're all pretty much clumped in one tight area, I'm assuming.
Yeah, for the most part, you're basically on essentially the stage of this cathedral.
I'll spread out a little bit, just so I have some breathing room and I can kind of see around all the bodies.
Mm-hmm.
And
They've all fallen like in a circle, kind of like Jonestown Massacre kind of thing.
What?
yeah, it's like a
Jeez.
mandala of corpses.
See, I told you Zerakiel was totally fine.
Yeah, well, he seems to be the only one with blood on his hands, so I'll give him the credit.
Just fucking plate mail just covered in vomit and
Yeah.
blood and...
Like-
That'll be it for me.
few dents.
All right.
Yeah.
Next up is Zerakiel, followed by Nash and Jan.
Oh, hey guys.
There's still a cultist left, correct?
He's in front of you. Yep.
Okay, gonna attack him.
Okay. Natural 20. Not too bad.
Ooh!
I'm gonna
Shabby.
pump that with smite.
I am angry.
That's 14. So that's gonna be
Paladin Frenzy? I guess this answers that question.
plus the radiant. Which should be... yeah, that definitely hurts a shit ton, and you're pumping it with more smite now. After that.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
As you just take your sword and plunge it directly into the chest. Yeah, and it sticks. And the
Twist it
spike,
around a bit.
the radiant energy starts to like spill out from the wound, and like kind of you can see the light kind of going all across your all across your helmet. And you pump the spite a bit more as you shove it like another couple of inches into the chest. This would be... Yeah, and with that, as radiant sunlight blasts from the mouth, the nose, and eyes, it's just baked from the inside as it just falls to its knees and forward. It's toast. And what happens after the banishment ends on your, if you hold it, obviously it goes to a harmless demi-plane, but I mean, it's not in its natural plane. Does it come back? Or is it just stuck there?
It probably comes back after the minute ends, yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, until the spell ends.
So you guys got a short moment of respite from all the battle you guys have been doing for the last, like, 10 sessions.
It's been fucking
There's one
incessant.
more.
There's still one more coming.
There's
though.
one more. Somebody give...
There's one more cultist.
Somebody give a guy
And he's going to appear right here.
Oh god. If I make it on my turn, I'm gonna go there just like ready in action, like I'm about to fucking putt on the green. Except by putt, I mean drive on the fairway.
Wouldn't the guy reappear where he was banished in the first place?
Yeah.
Yep.
So are we not in a different area from when he was first banished?
Nope, he banished him into there. Like,
Okay.
we technically are, but we're supposed to pretend we're with Zerakiel.
Theater of the mind.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
I'm gonna look over to Zerakiel and say, "Oh, found you."
There you
Yes,
are,
yes, you
sneaky
did.
little mouse.
As you hear my voice in your head first.
So he
Well, I
will.
found
Oh
reappear
yeah,
on
I
his
forgot
own
about the
turn,
message.
What's that?
Right? He'll reappear on your own turn, right? On his
When
turn?
the spell ends.
Okay, so it'll be on your turn. The spell would end then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You get the message. Where do you think you are, Zerakiel? And you can respond with 25 words.
The worst part
I'm
about
at
that
a chapel.
is I'm gonna take necrotic
some
damage for
kind.
this.
What? Why?
Wish
Oh,
so-
because each spell gives you necrotic damage. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, roll it. But yeah, you hear I am at a cathedral of some kind.
I'll just burst out laughing.
As your face kind of like turns pale and sweaty. Ha!
Yeah. Ow. I just gotta look at how much necrotic damage I take.
I don't think it's much. I think it's a D10.
I take 1d10 necrotic damage per level of that spell. Oh, fuck.
Per level of the sending spell.
Yeah, descending is level 3.
Ooh, 3d10.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ouch. Ouch pants.
Ouch pants indeed.
And as that happens, the minute passes and blam! It is now Zerakiel's turn once more. I'm just gonna blast straight through to that
13 damage.
as the guy appears about 10 feet from you, Zerakiel.
Okay, I thought someone readied an action.
I did.
Okay.
I would have.
My action was to stand there like I'm on a driving green and wait for him to appear and
Okay, make
fucking
it so.
hammer him. Alright. Great Weapon Master Reckless Attack. Skadoosh. 22.
That'll hit.
Alright, 16 plus 10. So 26. 32. Plus 4. 36 damage.
Okay.
Just like bounce.
Just crack him right in the giblets. Yeah, that was your held action. The other held action
Yarp.
was for Jan. What was your held action?
Sorry, I was muted. Just held an action to shoot him with my hand crossbow.
Okay, fire away. That's a hit for sure. Very, very nice shot.
And I'll be with Psychic Blades added onto it. It'll be 19 plus 9. So 24 or 28 damage.
Yeah, that definitely hurt quite a bit. Gets stuck right in the chest. And Zerakil, it is the beginning of your turn once more.
Okay. Here I go killing again.
Alas, that is a miss as you go to slash out. That one's a hit.
And smite.
Your first one misses, and as it jumps out of the way, just very cautiously, you take that moment of weakness, that opening, to shove it directly into the stomach. As you feel her yell out in pain.
So it's a her,
This is the High Priest.
not the one that we were calling a they.
I mean, you're calling all of them. They all had the emerald masks, but you guys didn't actually hit this one, really. 19. Okay, so 64. That's as you do that final strike, there's one final scream. As a mask falls from the face, you see this kind of like scarred, missing eye. As they fall forward and dead. And that is the end of combat for now.
The first time in 10 sessions.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, it's been completely fucking balls to the walls for what feels like forever.
Christ. I am glad that combat's over for like a little bit.
That got so fucking utterly chaotic.
Brian,
Hello?
tiny
Brian?
hut.
There
We
is
have
no
time to use Tiny Hut?
That's a you problem.
Problem?
Let's try to get this thing to the ground, honestly.
Like, yeah, we're on a floating
I rush
mountain
to the controls.
over top
Yep.
of a city. There's currently like a war being waged against it.
That's okay.
Let's take a nap.
Yeah, quick 8-hour nap, right? Like,
Yeah, I need
YOLO.
a nap.
So you guys are currently
mean-
here.
Oh, let me hold on.
Yeah.
My fucking character sheet's in the way.
Hmm.
Where were we
Alright.
before?
We were in the Cathedral, which is the middle portion.
Yeah. you
Oh.
are-
Oh, we're in the cathedral now. We were in the epilogue before.
Ah, yes. yes.
Well, the epilogue is sinking.
Yeah. This
The
is-
epilogue looks way cooler than I remember. Did you update this?
We should ping things more.
You know, so Lucian was probably over here with the
This is the
hag
cathedral?
things. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, we're gonna talk
We
to
don't know.
Aplock and see what he seen while he was there. We know there's hags working for the Lich, so maybe that might help. But I like these towers.
There it is.
Yeah, that's supposed to be like the mess or something. And
Yeah.
and
We
then
kind of
we're right
bypassed
here.
all that one right into
Look at this
the-
ritual yard. Well, now, you know what? Yeah, wow. You know what? You should use that fate card to
What,
make
this
it so
one?
we just got in here. Atesh is still there. We haven't got through any of the floor.
Fuck you.
Hey, you guys want to go back to October? Holy fuck.
You know.
I'd have to undelete all those creatures, but I would.
Well, unfortunately, it's 10 o'clock, so it's bedtime for tonight.
Yarp.
Yeah, we shall end the session there for tonight.
GG.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
Ramal got to shoot something.
Yeah. Yeah. My
I was
fingers
I was
were rather-
happy watching him doubling back.